In all of life there is a rhythm. All things living carry out this tune. You have to understand how things are up here. In all of life there is a rhythm. All things living carry out this tune.
Capricorn, how you doing, guys? So here to do a reading for you for 2020, June 2020. I will also say a lot of things that are going to be coming out on the channel very soon that are going to be halfway through the year readings, but they will be done over on Patreon. But there are a lot of changes coming up that I will explain towards the end, guys, so please stay tuned for that in case you're interested. So we go through your channeled messages and then we look into your tarot card reading. Now, I'm really not sure if I didn't say this is for June, okay? But there's a lot of changing my appearance. There seems to be someone that's going through a lot of change. Now, you could be dealing with a Scorpio, okay? Or Leo possible, because there could be change involved, meaning money and assets and stuff like that that could represent the sun. So it feels that you could well be going through a lot of change, like changing my mind, changing my appearance. You could be dealing with definite air signs. I'm possibly picking up Libra, okay? But the reason why that kicked all of that off, and then the thing that I wrote, is that your messages are changing. It started off that I started to write some good stuff, and then all of a sudden it's a little bit like a Dear John letter in a way, right? But they started changing to some kind of like perversion, like something that wasn't quite right, okay? So we'll start off with like the good, but it seems to be like changing and changing and changing, and someone's probably changing their mind a lot in it, and they're going through money and money and money, and they're going through their account, like someone's going through their accountant and they're having to go through a third party. Now, if there is a third party, I don't know, because I haven't read that. If there is a third party, there is a third party, but someone's having to go through a third party. Now, this could well be anything to do with a planner, okay? Because someone has this master plan, and it's like, I've got a plan, right? So you might have to go through a third party, meaning that you might have to go through the court system, or you're going to have to go through the system. But whatever it is that you're trying to get to, it feels like I've got to go through it. So if that's a bank account, it's kind of like I've got to go through the bank and I've got to go through the accountant first. I think a lot of you do have a lot to do with assets during June, Capricorn, to do with going through a bank. Now, I don't know if this is some kind of like heist or hyacinth. I'm hearing hyacinth, absence, like absence, a leave of absence. They're saying something to do with, or Abbey, but a leave of absence. Some of you could well have gone through a leave of absence, okay, and you're claiming furlough or something because of all what's still going on, right? Is it all still going on in the world? I don't know, I've locked myself away for months and I'm going mad. but you might be claiming for furlough because they're saying that there could have a lot to do with that you've gone through your assets, and there could have been something where you're going to have to go through people. Now, a lot of you could work as accountants and banks, but I think there's a lot to do with like savings and having to go through my savings, because there could have been some, they're saying, like, I forget what the word is that I channeled that kicked this off, you see. There could have been some, like, they're saying like severance pay or some kind of like relief pay. I'm also picking up comic relief for some reason. Well, I don't know why that is. Comic relief, if that means anything to anybody. But comedy, like divine comedy. It seems to be very funny to somebody, okay? Something seems very funny to somebody that they're kind of having to now struggle for some reason, and I don't know why that is, Capricorn, if that's coming from someone or you guys, or why that would be. Stop explaining yourself, Steve, just get on with the messages. So there seems to be like, well, I've gone through my assets and I'm going through something, and I'm going through, it's kind of like I'm going through something at the moment, and I think that someone is also possibly going through a period, okay? So they're going through something. It's like, oh, listen, I'm just really going through something at the moment, and I really need some advice. And I'm picking this up as that it's to do with an advisor, like a financial advisor, where it's like we're gonna have to get some advice of what we're gonna do now. Because if you had like, say, if you had a potential move that was coming up, or there was a lot of assets involved in something, for some of you it would be different. It would just be work, but some of you it could be coming up where you had this plan, okay, this future plan, and a lot of your assets you had to go through them in order to make this like deadline of something. Okay, I'm also picking up Leo, but like a deadline, Scorpio Leo, but a dead lion. A dead lion. Someone has just kicked a Leo out. Scorpio and Leo. I don't know if that's cross comparison of Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, but someone's just kicked a Leo out. Okay, like a leader of the pack, out of the pack. You're out of the pack. There's a pact and pack. I actually did write that, pact. Some of you are looking into compacts like makeup and things like that, but let's make a pact. So, sorry, I'm really getting ahead of myself. So, first message is, some of you could have really gone through that like financial asset, and it was there, that was the future plan, but now we're going to have to go step back a bit, take a step back, and they'll go back to the bank or back to the drawing board. So you could be dealing with a magician, go back to the drawing board, replan something. They're saying like replan. Like if you had structural plans or structural problems where there were things that needed doing around the house, or there was a future plan of like buying a property value or getting it valued, they're saying that some of you could have been like getting something valued. Right, now I did pick up his and hers ring, but we'll stick with that one for a start before I lose it. Some kind of like value of something that you had coming up that you might now have to take a step back and go through the bank and go through the system and take a look at all your books and all your finances to see what's happening around this furlough kind of stuff. I'm sure everybody knows what furlough is. Sorry, I don't know if that's just British or everything, but furlough is just a package of money that the government will say, well, we'll give you a loan. At least we'll loan you. You'll have to pay it back. Yeah. We'll help you pay your mortgage off, but you'll have to pay it back. Ah, thanks. So anyway, I think it's a little bit like that. Okay. So I don't know if you are like into banking or the stock market and stuff like that, and it's having to take a step back and you're now having to like go over stuff. Okay. So I picked up his and hers was the first thing. We haven't got onto the weird messages yet, guys, because there is some, trust me, and I don't know who that is. But his and hers, like a ring, or having to sell a ring or buy a ring. But it's like his and hers. This was mine and that's hers. Now, I don't know if you're going through a separation and a divorce, or it's to do with that you're dividing assets to do with a building and construction workers and where you work, and if that's happening. But I'm picking up this is hers and that's his, and this is his and that's hers, and going through it and saying, right, this was the kids, that was their kids, and I don't know if you're like moving and you're like, yeah, this was the kids and that was the... I'm hearing Emily was also... Someone got Capricorn in the chat. I'm hearing Emily. See Emily play. Ah. That came up in the last reading. Who did I do last? Sorry. Because that was Pipers of the Gates of Dawn that came up, and that was for Sagittarius. So I don't know if any of that, but the song for those was also I'm hearing, I've got a bike and you ride it if you like, it's got a bell and a basket and then it carries things. Someone's carrying something, right? Now I don't know if this is to do with like children and baby, but there is some weird stuff that I'm trying to just stick with your good messages for a start, okay? But I'm picking up, I don't know why they just said player, like someone's like playing something, playing someone off against somebody. It's like, well, we need to play them off and we need to counter-react something. I don't know if there's like a counterpart that's coming up, but a counterpart literally is just a counter-reaction of someone that's on your same wavelength. That's all two suits are. Okay, so it seems that you're well suited at the moment. If it is, they're saying something to do with like suiting and booting and like suit and tie and getting all done up, getting all dolled up and suited and booted, right? Now I'm sure it's British, but suited and booted, right? But I definitely pick up that someone's got a boot, like a car boot sale, and selling loads of stuff off out of a car boot or a back of a lorry, bruv, or lollipop, or lolly. Lion. I'm also hearing a lion to do with definite Leos around your energies. Okay, but lollipop. I'm hearing lollipops. Like the lollipop man. I'm also hearing the candy man, right? The candy man. And I'm definitely picking up a pervert. I'm sorry, guys, but I am, and I can't get away from that now because they're drawing my attention around to this. But pervert, like a pervert, because my spirits, they give me messages, right? And literally, I really just do say them, and they say it's the nonce, right? Now, to me, that's a pervert, right? And I don't know what I can get away with saying things on YouTube. But I had a nonce, right? And because your first messages that I wrote down was an announcement. I got an announcement to make, right? Being announced, like a knighted. It could be like the British warfighter that's being knighted, right? Captain, I forget, I'm sorry, I'm so disrespectful, I can't even remember what his name is. Because he's 100 years old. But again, like knighted, like I'm united. You could be from Accrington, Stanley, or United. You could be from up north. But knighted. So I'm picking up like his and hers, and we're united. So you've possibly got the three of swords. Staying out of that one. Three of cups. Three of swords and the three of cups is what they're saying. That you could possibly be in something that you're trying to get out of, right? Now, I picked up like I've got an announcement to make. Like someone's got this important announcement. Okay. An announcement, sorry, because I can't even read my own writing because I'm dyslexic, and then that changes. I'm like, oh, well, that's just transformed into something else. I'm definitely picking up like transforming, a lot of transforming Scorpio energies. But we're going to stick with that. Someone's that is perverted. Someone's saying that, or someone's saying, I'm saying, well, Spirit's saying, someone's confused. Put it that way, right? Someone is like either really confused about sexuality, which is obviously but is completely normal. Right? Some of you could be dealing with someone around you that is sleazy around your work. Because I pick up pronunciation. Pronunciation, right? That was the word that I spelt wrong. But pronouncement. And I'm trying to pronounce my words and speak properly. Like, so I need to like pronounce something in a certain manner and in a certain way. And I'm looking at languages and things like that. Like I need to pronounce it. But I think it's like a lot of verbal stuff, like a lot of verbal actions, okay? They're saying herbal actions as well, like herbal. Things are being herbal. So I don't know if people are looking into herbal remedies in certain ways or if it's just herbal tea. But I picked up pronunciation and I did pick up a pervert. So I don't know if someone is sleazing over someone at work, okay? And they're like, because I picked up on sweets, didn't I, before, and something like that, and I'm picking up that someone's kind of like handing someone something, like is hanging around. They're saying someone is hanging around like a schoolyard or something, right? That's what they're saying. Someone's like hanging around a schoolyard that shouldn't be. And I have to give these messages out to people because what I'm saying, Capricorn, is I'm not saying it's you. Obviously, you wouldn't be watching this if someone was doing something strange. So why I give these people messages, new messages, is to keep an eye on that kind of thing, okay? Because you might be witnessing quite a lot of stuff around like a playground or something that's happening that shouldn't be happening and that you're not in agreement with. Now, for a lot of you, it might not be anything strange, because they're saying that there might be something happening that you're all not on the same wavelength with, like you're all not in agreement with it, and it seems to be like there's this having to go through like the council or having to go through people first before you get this outcome of well what then, what's the package, or what do we do, or where do we go? And some of you, that is like literally just that. So we're going to leave those channel messages. We'll have to see what comes up for the rest of your other readings that we have. I'm keeping the channel messages slightly down a little bit because I have plans that I have to tell to people. Okay, so over on Patreon now, this reading for your month will go to the $5 reading like it has been for quite some time. But I actually left the other lot of readings open still, and a lot of people were actually really supporting me in that and going with those ones as well, which were the more expensive ones. That really does help me out keep doing it, okay? And you can watch readings right back from 2016 or 2017, I can't remember how far back they go, but now After this one, everything else will only go to that more expensive tier. But for those, there will be benefits there that are all listed there, which will be readings that don't come out on YouTube and they only go there, which will be like you versus them, how do they feel about you, how do they think about you, music, all that kind of stuff. It's all going to go over to that tier. If you like the intros and the music that I do, I'm also going to be selling that on different platforms that I'm kind of got coming up. But for a start, I might just put them on Patreon. So if you are interested, let me know or take a look over on Patreon. Be quite cheap. You can have an MP3, all that kind of stuff, okay? But there are going to be different benefits that are put over on for tier 2. If you want to join, you'll see stuff that don't come out on here, and I have plenty of time to go over proper channel messages and do one full video instead of messing around telling everybody this, and then basically everybody just goes through another reading, and I put so much energy into it that I would rather just change things up slightly, okay? So there are options there for you guys if you want them. But I will try and list them all of future plans and things that are going to be appearing over on that tier 2 if you want them, okay? But if you do want this one, just this one, it goes on both. So there's the $5 one, but everything else will be going through the month, will be going over on the other one. So let's see. And a lot of them more than likely won't be coming out on here. I'll do some different stuff, but there'll be general readings. Okay, so Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for June. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for June. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for June 2020. Show me Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for June. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for June. Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for June. What's going on? Like, nothing. What's going on? Nothing. Because I'm hearing this. Hello, what's going on? It's like nothing. It's like hello, hello, hello. What's going on here then? It's a little bit like the police department or something, and it's like, oh hello, what's going on here? And like someone's like really into it, and they're like, what's going on over there? And like, oh hello, what's going on here then? Like, and someone's going to ask someone and say, oh, what's going on? If you're worried about a third-party relationship and you know about this, or that you're worried about someone, I think someone's really going to start asking some questions, and they're going to be like, are you right? So what's going on here then? Is there anything going on here or not? If there is, because they're really saying that whilst I'm shuffling. Oh hello, what's going on here then? Which used to be the old Bill used to say that in Britain. Oh hello, hello, hello. What's going on here then? What's going on here, governor? The governor. So you could have something to do with like states. Governor, the governor of the state. It could be something that's very strange. Really, really. The Three of Cups. What did I say? You could have the Three of Cups out. United. United. So, well, if you get a message that you like, you'll get one. You'll get to be with your person. If you don't want to be, well, then that's a third party. If you do want to be, then you're going to be. Okay? So you're going to be announced. This is being knighted. There's some kind of like, I don't know why they're saying United, which is like London, right? Well, but obviously there's other places in the world that have somewhere called United. But it's always Man United, right? Manu. I'm picking up that as a name. Matthew. Matthew, like the name Matthew that likes football or something. Matthew or Matty, Natty, Natalie. I'm coming out with some names. Natalie. Also Matthew. So Natalie, Nat, Nan. I don't know if some of your kids are going to have, grandkids. They're saying something to do like grandkids. The grandkids. Grand. Well, that's grand, I tell you, that's grand. Someone could be from Ireland. Grand. Well, why, that's grand, I tell you, that's grand. That's good news. Someone's going to get some good news about, in the family, that you're becoming a grandma. Or a granddad. That's what they're saying. You get some good news, something to celebrate over. Or you could be becoming a mum. But if you're not, then this could well be your children that are coming back home or something. Queen of Wands, Sagittarius to me. Okay, but fire sign. Effort is all they said. We are actually making an effort. We're actually making progress. You know, I want you and you want me and we want to be together. We are making an effort. We're giving it another go, is what they said. We're going to give it another go. So someone could be telling the family that could be fire signs. It could have brothers or sisters or people, okay? And someone could be saying, yeah, we're going to give it another go. This is when someone makes an announcement on Facebook and says, okay, so we're going to actually put down now that we're actually like boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife, or that we've been separated but we're now back together and we're going to give it another go. And everyone's like, oh, congratulations. And you're like, yeah, I know, we've been going through the mustard, bruv, but yeah, we're going to give it another go. And they're like, oh, lovely. Sorry, I keep picking that up. So I don't know if that's you as a grandparent or mother or something, and you're kind of like, oh, that's lovely. Right? Well, my spirits, man, they make me die. Oh, I just had that nursery rhyme as well that I came out with in another reading. Now I lay me down to sleep, and my soul to keep, my person to keep, my soulmate to keep. I have my soulmate and I'm keeping them. It's kind of like I'm a kept woman. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm a kept woman. It's like, well, I do the ironing and stuff like that, but, you know, my man goes out and does all the work, or my woman does. Sorry, that's completely sexist, right? But I'm definitely picking up like a kept woman or a kept man. It's like whoever. But it's kind of like, yes, I am a kept woman. This is my ring. This is his. This is hers, and that's ours. He's mine, and I'm theirs. And I am a kept woman, and he looks after me, and he treats me well, and that's the person. And someone could be saying that to a mum, and saying, yeah, he treats me well, you know. Unless you're going down the strange road. It depends, right? That's a rough road. That's a rough road to that one. So you have to pick if people in these very strange... I don't know why people are in third-party relationships. I don't, to be honest. But there you go. So Emperor. So stand up, stand and deliver. Whoa, whoa, money are your life. There's something to do with money. Money, 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 money. And even though there's none here, it's kind of like, well, it's all about the money, bruv. It's all about the money. It's all about business, and I am the business. This is the business. This is Tom Cruise in the business, right? Was he in the business? I don't know. Someone's in someone's business, though. They're wanting to know. They're like, well, yeah, well, it's my business, and if it's my business, it's my business. And this person here, as a family member, is saying, well, why don't you mind your own business then, bruv? I think that these two people could well be going at it at some point during this reading. Because someone's like, you announced that this is your business? Well, I announced that this is my business. So why don't you mind your own business? I'll turn my back and you aim forward. If you aim something at me and you project it to me, well then just mind your own business. Sorry guys, that's what I'm hearing. Okay, that could be a court appearance and a hearing, or someone's like hard of hearing. So listen, I said it. Mind your own business. This person here is mine. That's who I want to be with. That's that. And if there's anyone on the outset that is possible an Aries, okay, then, well, you're mine and I'm yours. So what's this other person got to do with it? What's love got to do with it? That's what I'm hearing. What's love got to do with it? They're mine. They're coming back. They're back. Yeah, it's like, we're going to give it another go. It's like, are you? Yeah. So, I don't know why I'm picking up that these two going at it. I do. It's kind of like, well, why don't you mind your own business? No idea. Does that relate to you guys? Or will it be? You know, will it be? If there's a will, there's a way. I want it my way. Yeah, well, I want it my way. There is definitely two people that are arguing. Let's see, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for June 2020. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for June 2020. I have to stick with my... See, when I say my channel messages, I forget them. What was that I heard right at the beginning when I was shuffling? Was that anything to do with mind your own business? I can't remember. Libra. Libra, more than likely. Well, I can't see my way out of this, you know. It's like, well, I can't see you. I don't see if there is a third party, it's getting dangerous. Because I just heard, well, I can't see you. You know, so surely you can hear me. It's like, if I'm speaking, you can hear me, right? Like, yeah. So why can't you see me when I'm saying it? There's a lot to do with that energy, Capricorn, where there is someone that's confronting someone, where they're saying, well, I can see you. And like, yeah, well, I'm seeing this person. Yeah, really, we're going into a weird dynamic with these cards now. So if you're on the good kick, stick with the good kick, okay? But there's a there's a good kick and there's a bad kick, and that one of them is a kick in the side. It's like you're always on my side, because I'm definitely picking up taking sides. Well, yeah, I'm definitely picking up that someone's taking someone's side. It's like, well, you always take their side, don't you? It's like, yeah, I do take their side. They're my one and only. That's them. It's like, why are you always taking their side and not my side? Who's on my side? Do I have to rule the roost and do everything myself? Yeah, because I've got children to look after, or I've got my person. See, for some, this is mixing into Sun, Rising and Venus, and there is a third party, and that is either another woman or a man or a person, meaning family or job. Animal or min. Right. Someone is definitely like animalistic, though, I'm hearing. Because I'm definitely seeing that these two people are going to start fighting at some point where they're at a crossroads. They're like, well, I want you to listen to me. It's like, I don't listen to you. I don't take orders off you, and I don't listen to what you say. You're there, sure, great, but I'm going to do it my way. So there is some kind of, they're saying a conference, like being confronted by someone quite a lot that confronts people. It's like, well, I'll just say it how it is. I'll confront you about it. And this person don't like that. They don't like being confronted. They're scared off, is what they're saying. It scares someone off when they're confronted by someone so, like, energy of so broad, like, so coming out of themselves and saying it. It's like, you just come out and say it. And they're like, well, it don't matter what you say. I don't pay attention. Because there's someone that's quite, what do you mean? Like, well, what do you mean? Yeah, like that. Like, what do you mean? It's like, well, I'm well-to-do, right? So I'm a well-to-do woman. I'm wise. I'm full of wisdom. So I'm well-to-do. And it's like, well-to-do off over that well, or will, or bill, right? But something to do with the will and fighting over, like, owning. So if we go back to your his and hers, that can be that. The Mr. and Mrs. Well, this is his, that's theirs. That's hers, that's them, leave them alone. And you, in a relationship, you could well be going through this, say, look, that's theirs, that's their toys, that's their stuff, leave them to it. And someone's like, well, no, that's mine. And I can see the energy of the sun, which is in here, which is two kids, going like, no, that's mine. It's like, that's mine. It's like, to yours, you're going to rip someone apart, bruv. Stop pulling someone. Because someone is pulling someone towards them, as if to say, like a tug of war, which is Capricorn, which is Saturn of the story. I used to come out with some weird stuff when I was waking up on my old channel. But the tug of war of Saturn, throwing a grapple hook, trying to take it on, and I'm picking up that there's a lot to do with, like, take it on, just take it on. This is a personal pull-up. It's where you do something wrong and someone pulls you up on it and they say, nah, don't argue back, just take it on. You done it, just take it on, own it. And it's either like owning physical energy or owning physical people. Why people want to own people, I've got no idea. So it's a lot to do with, like, owning a thing, okay? And it's like, no, I said it, just take it on, accept it, and that's that. So somebody in your energy could well be saying to someone, look, this is done and this is over, just accept it. I've already got somebody. Stop teasing me, stop fighting with me, stop fighting over me. I'm already with someone, I don't want to fight no more, you know. And someone's like, just take it on, just listen to what I'm saying. I've said it, this is how it is, this is what I can see with my eyes, take it on. And someone's like, well, I can't see that, right? So I'm definitely picking up that I can't see you, like I can't see you. So there is someone else here, Pisces, possible Piscean, right? 3, High Priestess, the Hangman. Well, they would be one of them, okay, if it isn't specifically that a person that's saying, yeah, they're Pisces. They would have that in their chart. But you do it your way, I'll do it mine. Okay, so what we're going to do is, guys, I have to keep these short a little bit. We go over to the other side and then we do the rest of your reading, clarify everything, and then we look into the mustard, okay? Because readings have been getting very strange during this month. So let's see. So if you want to join, like I said, this reading will be $5. But if you don't and you want to go for the tier 2, all of the other stuff that comes out through the month is just going to be uploaded straight to that as one video, okay? Which will be the channel messages and all that kind of stuff, how do they feel about you, how they think about you, and then that will change, and other stuff that I ever come up with will go onto there, and also the music, okay? If you want a personal reading, but if you just want to watch this one, you can still just join the $5 reading. But I just get taxed up to the Wazwanger by being in the UK. Everything on here and everything everywhere is all in dollars. By the time it comes through into pounds, it goes through the PayPal and goes through the exchange rate, I end up with very, 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 very little. Okay, so I have to look at the energy that I'm putting into things to try and get more out of it. Okay, so I hope that you see the value in the readings that I'm trying to offer to people. That's basically why. Okay, but I'll give it a go for a little while, see what people think. If you want a personal reading, anything like that, you can find it all in the link below. Along with any other piece of multimedia thing that I like. If you like the music and stuff, it is all over Lucid Dream Tarot Music, or here, or for sale on different sites very soon, or it will be over on Patron. Okay? Alright guys, thanks very much. Catch you again soon.